What is up guys, Restless Dude here and welcome to the first episode of my Create a Club Career Mode. We did a Create a Club Career Mode back in FIFA 22 and now it's time to do one in FIFA 23. Just like before, our club will be called FC Restless. Last time we did this career mode based in Spain, this time we're gonna do it in England. And we're gonna start from the very bottom, in the 4th tier of English football. And we're gonna choose a slightly different crest, but other than that, we're gonna go with the same color pattern. Mostly blue with a bit of yellow. And these are the kits that I've designed for this season. So this is gonna be our home kit, mostly blue with a bit of yellow. Then we have our away kit, which is almost all yellow with a bit of blue. And then we have our third kit, which is basically all red with a bit of yellow. Oh, and for the goalkeeper kit, we're gonna go with a dark green color. As for the stadium, we're gonna stick with the one that's been automatically assigned to us, but as for the name, we're gonna call it Restless Dude Park. As for the team in terms of players, we're gonna go with a half-star team, very young, and we're gonna choose the lowest budget possible, which is £1 million. And we're gonna set all expectations to very low, with the exception of youth development, because the youth academy is gonna play a crucial part in this career mode. Oh, and as you may have seen, we're gonna go with a 4-3-3 false 9 formation. That is not set in stone though, because depending on what players we get, we may change our formation as time goes on. And as for the career mode itself, we're gonna go with ultimate difficulty, 4-minute halves, just like we normally play, and since we're doing a career mode based in England, sterling will be our currency. I'll be honest, pretty much all of these players will be replaced as time goes on, because most of them are in their late 20s, so they're not gonna grow much. I was hoping we'd start with at least one good player in our youth academy, but none of them are better than the players we already have, so that's an L. We currently have a budget of £1 million, and straight away I'm gonna use that budget to hire a scout. 3-star, 2-star is not a bad start for us. And straight away I'm gonna send him to England to look for physically strong players for 3 months. And after getting some money from preseason, we actually have enough to hire this 3-star, 4-star scout, so you know what? Let's do it. And let's send this one to France, again to look for physically strong players. We get our first scout report, but apparently we don't have the financial means to sign these youngsters, so I think we need to sell some players first. In the meantime, let's see if this team is capable of getting their first win as we start off our League 2 season. Okay, Reeves is on the run. And he's through. Can we actually score? This is what happens when you have 50 rated players. It's now Jackson. You know what? Let's just go for it. I thought that was gonna go in. The keeper was a little slow to react, but he reacts just in time to make that save. Maher. Okay, Powell is through. Can he go all the way? He can, but he shoots it straight at the keeper. Come on. I want it to go to the right. Whoa, how does he get through? Come on, we gotta stop him right now. No, don't you think about it? Of course they end up scoring. We had way more chances than they did, that's a fact. And yet they are the ones who end up scoring. Well, it's not like I expected anything more from us. I mean, we're a half-star team to begin with. And that's it. A 1-0 defeat to start our career mode with FC Restless. But to be fair, we did put up a good fight. But we just came up short. We now have a Carabao Cup game, but let's be honest, we're not gonna last long in this tournament, so I'm just gonna quick sim with my rotational players. We're gonna lose, obviously. Okay, it's not an embarrassing loss as I expected, but still, a 4-2 loss, and we're out of the Carabao Cup. Okay, after selling one of our players, we now have enough money to sign this youth player, Liam Thompson. 15 years old, he looks to be either a center back or a midfielder. Let's see. Okay, he starts out as a 57 rated center back. That is not bad for our first scout report. Of course, we can't promote him yet because he is still only 15 years old. In the meantime, let's put a sweeper development plan on him. We go back to League 2 action as we take on Mansfield Town. Uh-oh, this is not good. This is not good. What's gonna happen here? Of course they score. We were just unable to get a hold of the ball from that corner. Okay, we have a chance. Let's hope we have enough to dribble. Let's pass it to Ball. Okay, he's through. Maybe I should have tried to cut it back. Oh, we have a penalty. Can we get our first goal in League 2? Let's see. Let's see. Gonna go top left. And we actually scored a penalty, 1-1 against Mansfield. We may just get something from this game, but let's not count our chickens just yet. Come on, stop them, someone. Whoa, how does the ball go through my players like that? No. They score after all. We just didn't deal with that properly. And there we go, it's another loss for us. 2 games, 2 losses in League 2. Well, I mean, we're a weak team. We're probably the weakest team in the bunch, so it's not that surprising. But we get some good news regarding Liam Thompson. He has turned 16 years old, meaning we can promote him to the senior team. I want to turn him into one of our best players, so he is gonna be a star from now on. And after putting Thompson into the first team, we get a 2-0 win over Stevenage through a quick sim. We finally get our first win in League 2. Make that 2 wins, we get another 2-0 win, this time over Tranmere Rovers. 4 games in, we are currently sitting in 10th place. Not bad for a start if I do say so myself. Our scout from France has returned, but none of these players look that promising if I'm being honest. Our last league game in the month of August, so let's see if we can make it 3 wins in a row. Man, can we just get the ball already? And that's a penalty. You just knew something was gonna happen. Gonna go right. And we actually save it. That is our first penalty save in this career mode. I can smell a goal coming. They're gonna score. Yep, why am I not surprised? We just can't deal with the top teams. Because at the moment, Northampton are actually second in the league. Just get the ball away. Get the ball away. Shocking. Shocking defending from us. I asked them to clear the ball away and they do that. Ball. Out to Maher if he can get through. Maher on the run. And we finally score a goal from open play. Not a penalty, but a goal from open play. And it's game on. There's half an hour for us to go to get the equalizer. Powell on the run. I think I'm gonna have to try and cut it back to someone. Powell. Can we get the ball? Jackson. It's Reeves. And we've done it. We've equalized. Finally, Reeves keeps it on target. And it's 2-2 against Northampton. Now this is what I'm talking about. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come for this team. Uh-oh, I do not like the look of this. No fouls, please. We don't need any fouls. Get the ball. Are you serious? Our keeper makes a save, but of course it has to rebound back to the player. That is just stupid. Out of all the places the ball could have gone, it goes back to an opposition player. And that's it. A 3-2 defeat to Northampton. We could have gotten a point at least in this game. But our defense was just kinda shocking in this game. We now have a game in some kind of Papa John's trophy tournament, but I'm just gonna quick sim with my second team because I don't give a damn about winning this tournament. 2-0 loss, whatever. Like I said, I don't care. We get another scout report from England, and this guy looks like he could be something, so let's sign him up and see what he's like. Maybe not, he doesn't look like he's gonna add a whole lot to the team. We now have a game against 23rd place Colchester, so let's see if we can get a win through a quick sim. Fingers crossed, and we get a win. Nice, a 2-1 win over Colchester. And we get another win, 3-1 over Doncaster. Because of how tight the schedule is, we're gonna quick sim this game against Bradford with our second team, because our players are so low on stamina. And yet, they managed to get a point from this game, 3-3 draw. And would you look at that, 8 games in, we are currently sitting in 7th place. I'm not sure if we have what it takes to fight for a promotion this season, but hey, you never know what could happen. Next up is Stockport, so let's see if we can keep the good results coming. Wow, look at this, 66th minute and we have a penalty. Can we score it though? Gonna go bottom right. Of course the keeper guesses the right way. We just can't have nice things, can we? And that's it, a 0-0 draw against Stockport. You know what, I'll take it. Another scout report from France, and this guy looks like he could be something. 75-94 potential, 325,000 in value, not bad, let's sign him up. Yeah, I don't think this guy has a future. He starts out as a 52 rated player. Only his physicals are what's special about him. Now we have a game against Newport County. Can we wrap up the month of September with a win? Let's find out. Uh-oh, this is not good. The opposition are on the attack. What are we doing? Wow, what a classy finish there. If only we could score goals like that. Well, so much for a great ending to the month of September. A 1-0 loss. Scouting in England has come to an end and we don't really have any players worth signing. Maybe this guy, but I'm not that confident. You know what, maybe he's not that bad. He starts out as a 54 rated player, so let's keep him for now. We need to start another scouting session, so I'm thinking why not try Hungary for a change? I don't know why, let's just try it. We start October with a 2-1 loss to Wimbledon. And another loss for us, 3-2 loss to Crawley Town. You know what, since our expectations aren't really that high, why don't we just promote some of these players and play them as starters? We finally stop our losing streak as we get a 2-2 draw against Leyton Orient. And we improve even more as we get a 3-1 win over Rochdale. Final scout report from France, and this guy might be worth taking a look at, so let's sign him up. Okay, so he starts out as a 52 rated cam, but the way I see it, I think he's more of a center forward or a winger because of that low passing and high dribbling. Yeah, so we can train him to either a center forward or a winger, but you know what, since wingers are so easy to come by, let's train him to a center forward. You know what, while we're at it, let's promote him to the senior team. Let's make him a starter as well, because we're pretty much gonna replace all of the team anyway. And since France is done, let's look for physically strong players in Brazil. Final game of the month of October, and we get a 2-1 win over Barrow. First report from Hungary, and this guy looks interesting. 94 potential, 200,000 in value. Let's see what he's like. Okay, he doesn't look that impressive, but I'm curious to see what happens if we convert him to a winger, because he's more of a winger than a striker. Scout report from Brazil, and I think we may have just found a quality player. 75-94 potential, 675,000 in value. I am curious to see what he's like. So he's a 58 rated left back, but I'm gonna convert him to a right back because he's right footed. We also have this guy. Even though he's only 43 rated, his stats show that he's more of a winger rather than a CDM, so I'm curious to see what happens if we convert him to a winger. Oh, and remember that Hungarian? We converted him to a winger and he went up by 7 ratings. While we're at it, let's actually promote this Brazilian fullback and play him as our starter. Okay, this is quite a dilemma with Borges. Even though he's a fullback, if we put him at center back, he actually gets a +3 to his rating. But he's only 5'9", like, that's not an ideal height for a defender. You know what, no, I'm gonna keep him as a fullback. There's no way I'm planning to have a 5'9" center back in my team. We've gone through the month of November, and that was pretty poor if we're being honest. 4 losses, 1 draw, and only 1 win. The other load of this, we converted that 43 rated Brazilian to a winger, and he went up by 15 ratings. And you know what? I think he's good enough to be a starter for us. We also found this 58 rated Brazilian center back, but his potential is not that high, unfortunately. Oh, and we also found this guy, 53 rated, 63-87 potential. Again, another player that looks more like a winger than a central midfielder. And it's been another poor month for us, only 2 wins, with only one of them being in the league. The other one being in that Papa John's trophy that I don't even care about. No more luck in Hungary, so next let's try looking for goalkeepers in Germany. We finished off the scouting in Brazil by finding a 58 rated center back. He's 6 foot, so that's a more acceptable height for a center back. Next we're gonna try our luck in Switzerland, gonna look for physically strong players again. We did slightly better in the month of January, 2 losses, 3 draws, and 1 win. Scout report from Germany, and we may have found a quality goalkeeper in Robert Schmidt. 46-64 overall, 67-93 potential, $500,000 in value, let's sign him up. He starts out at a 58 rating, but that's a pretty good rating for a 15-year-old. I also signed this guy just for the sake of it. February was an average month for us in terms of results. 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win. By the way, it's been a while since I showed you the league table. We are sitting in the bottom third of the table, 18th out of 24 teams. March was a relatively good month for us. 2 wins, 2 draws, and only 1 loss. We finished our scouting in Germany, so let's try an African country for a change. We're gonna go with Morocco to look for playmakers. I was about to give up hope on Switzerland, but then they bring this guy back. 55-73 overall, 89 for potential, 775,000 in value. Let's sign him up. So he comes out as a 59 rated cam, but again, he looks more like a winger than a cam. And I'm pretty disappointed that he's left-footed, because we're getting a lot of left-footed attackers. Like, come on, give us a right-footer for a change. You know what, screw it, I'm gonna convert him to a left-winger. I have enough right-wingers on my team. With Switzerland then, let's go back to South America. Let's scout Argentina to search for technically gifted players. So we actually completed the season already. In April we had 2 losses and 4 draws, and in May we only had 1 game, and that was a 3-0 win for us. And in terms of the league table, we finished in 18th place. And considering we're arguably the weakest team in the league, 18th place is pretty respectable for us. We managed to find a relatively good cam from Argentina, and for once we have a right-footed attacker. So this is the team we end the season with. Not exactly an improvement compared to the team we started with, but it's still something. And let's not forget that we have some good players coming up through the Youth Academy. Hopefully next season we'll find even more young talents and finish in the top half of the table. So I know this episode didn't have a lot of gameplay, but come on, are you actually willing to watch me play against League 2 teams? I doubt it. This is why we went through this whole first season in this one episode. And I'll probably do the same for next season, and maybe even the season after that. But for now, thank you all for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe if you have not, that'd be greatly appreciated. And as for me, Restless Dude out.